Alright friends, it's me again, Erevian. I know I promised to upload a video yesterday, but I was very tired from the day and I couldn't stay up so long, so I went to sleep instead. But now I'm here again and I am ready to create new content for you guys. So, today's video will be about the possibility of Blizzard adding new playable races to the game. If you like the kind of content, give me a thumbs up and add a comment in the section down below. I will try again to make a new video next week or at the end of the week, I don't know yet, but I will try my best and start making new videos more regularly. Alright, so races. I think I will go with the most popular choices among the player base. I will not talk about high elves since I think they are overrated and the Lions already has more than enough cool races on their backyard that steals the spotlight from the Horde away. So I will now start with Taliesin's personal favorite race, with the Tusker. Who are the Tusker? Well, they are a race native to Northrend. They are separated in tribes and their population numbers are rather low, there are like 2 or 3 tribes in total. I know there will be more lore to them in Dragonflight, like Blizzard has already shown us in the intro video for the new continent that there will be new additions of primordial trolls, of new Tusker and of centaurs. I don't know how they will try to implement them, but their lore is rather lacking. Like, they only have the bare bones for a good concept. And I really don't think that they have enough going for them that would justify them becoming a playable race in the game. Like, I'm sorry Taliesin if you're disappointed, but I think Blizzard should give the spotlight to other races first, like Rykul or Armani Trolls or Ogres. Speaking of which, Ogres. Yes, those guys are my personal favorite. They have a special place in my heart. I think they are the last very cool Horde race that yet needs to be added. They came from Draenor before it exploded, together with the Orcs. They were defeated by the Alliance in the Second War. And after that they spread themselves out all over Azeroth. Like, you can find them in the Eastern Kingdoms, you can find them in Kalimdor. They took over the city of Alterac. They made their place in the ruins of Diamol, which used to be a night elf city. Like, there is really a lot of them going for it. Blizzard has really done a lot to implement them as a villain race. We meet them in Outland, like in Nagrand and in Blade's Edge Mountains. We meet them. There are rather big clans. I think they have a bigger population than the Orcs. Like, unlike the Orcs, despite their defeat against the Alliance, they never suffered a population shortage. Most Orcs were killed in the Second War. And those who didn't become Fel Orcs joined Thrall's new Horde, which is where the majority of the non-corrupted Orcs live today. But back to Ogres. Their last ruler of the United Ogre Empire was Sorcerer King Magog. He is a two-headed ogre and a mage. Today we have characters like Mugfall and King Gordok leading the ogres, like they have their own offshore brand of different ogre clans who are all a local problem for whatever playable race is currently living in the area. And yeah, I really think that ogres are the best possible candidate right now to be added as a playable race. Like, I would really appreciate it if Blizzard get a grip on themselves and just press the release button so that horde players can finally be the fat nerds they always were at the heart. Alright, let's go to the next race, the Rykul. Those people used to be a Titanic creation, like they used to be called Iron Rykul first. But the curse of flesh from the old gods, especially from Yogg-Saron, turned them into humanoid beings. Like, they were still very tall, but they lost their metal skin. They live in Northrend and Stormheim mostly. Like, I know there are offshore called the Qualdir, but those are not important right now. They are straight up villains and are on the side of Helya. I don't think Blizzard will anything do with them, so our best chances lies with a normal Rykul who currently inhabited the Howling Fjord. They live in Utgard Keep. That is like their main population center. It's a big keep built by stone, and King Yimiron used to rule from there over all of the Rykul in Northrend. He was defeated by the players and then went to Helheim, where he was cursed by Helya, but Odin brought him back and forced him to be a gatekeeper of his castle as punishment because he doomed his people. And since then, since Legion, really nothing has happened on them anymore. Blizzard has looked apart from them, like they didn't care anymore. But I really hope, especially for loyal Alliance players, that Rykul will be added one day. Like, I think they are a fortunate candidate to be added. Like, the more races we have, the more variety we have, the better feels the game, the more alive feels the game. And Blizzard has a gold mine. They are sitting on top of a gold mine. Like, so many players would race change into Rykul if they get the chance, I think. It's the same with the Ogres on the Horde. Yeah. Alright, that was it about the Rykul so far. I covered all the important lore bits. I think I did a decent job. Now let's go to the last race on my list, to the Mogu. The Mogu were a race native to Pandaria. They used to rule the entire land with their empire, while races like Hosen and Jinyu and Pandaren were their slaves. But the Pandaren gathered the other races of Pandaria and united them in open rebellion, so the Mogu Empire was dismantled. And since then they haven't really been in a powerful position where they could have been able to threaten the status quo of the political situation in Pandaria. Like, it really has been clear that the Pandaren were the number one race from that day onward. The Mogu showed up again in patch 8.3, I think, where they tried to conquer the Valley of Eternal Blossoms, but they failed. There were titanic creations, just like the Rykul, and unlike the Rykul, they have kept the stone form since then. When it comes to the question which faction they would join, I really think the Horde takes the cake here. Like, the Mogu are historical allies of the Zandalari trolls who are part of the Horde. And I really think that the Mogu would make a fine addition to the Horde. Like, that would be our first Titanic creation race on our team. They used to have that emperor called Lai Shen, the Thunder King. We defeated him back in Mists of Pandaria and he died, I guess. I don't know who would become the new ruler of a rekindled Mogu Empire. I think if another powerful Mogu clan would rise to prominence and unite all the other clans under a single banner again, they will just create a new character to make him their leader. Just like they did with Weapon Master Chi in the Mogu Eternal Palace dungeon. Like, it is kind of hard to unite all the other Mogu clans, but I think it's possible. They look really cool, their titanic appearance has remained intact. They never fell to the curse of flesh, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the situation. They are, in my opinion, the coolest race on my list. And I would really appreciate it if Blizzard would make them playable for the Horde. Like, I would totally play a badass Mogu warrior or a mage. Like, that would be the best fitting for them regarding the lore. Like, they are incredible casters, they know how to flash shape completely new races like the Sarok. And they are really strong physical wise. So they are valuable soldiers in another war against the Alliance. And I really think the Horde needs to bolster their ranks again so that they could become a strong factor among Horde politics. Alright guys, that was it for my little list about possible new playable races for both factions. Like, I haven't specified which faction the Tusker would join because I think they would be a fine candidate for a neutral race. It's just like the Pandaren were. Ogres and Mogu are totally on Team Horde, and the Rykul would join with the Alliance. I think that would be the natural option for them. If you like it, leave me a thumbs up. If you want me to do more content like this, then leave me a comment in the section down below. And yeah, just like I said in the beginning of the video, I will try to make new content more regularly. And I see you next again time soon. Alright guys, goodbye. See you then.